Welcome to Modern Stoic Insights. When neon lights buzzed like they were whispering secrets at a restaurant at 2 in the morning, have you ever been there? While a waitress serves you coffee that tastes like burned regret and a dusty jukebox plays a song by Roy Orbison that won't stop playing, you're tired and staring into your cup as if it could hold the future. After that, she walks in, and this lady isn't your typical one. She's cinematic and has that "don't mess with me" look. She enters the establishment as if it owes her something that it is unable to return, not as though she owns it. She's chilly, or at least that's the act. She's nailing it as a performer, brother. The problem is that you've already lost the game the instant you treat her like the goddess she's posing as. She never needs a male to roll her eyes before you finish speaking, since society has trained her to be untouchable. I'm not suggesting that she's intentionally playing you. She thinks power works that way because she's seen romantic flicks where the male pleads, bleeds, and pursues. Tarantino, you are not the supporting character in her drama or the one who is falling over himself to get her attention. You are the guy at the corner booth with the cool demeanor and black jacket who has no agenda. Oh, and before we continue, I have a special gift for you. The Female Mind Control Handbook, a free ebook that gives you the inside scoop on how to make any woman desire. By clicking the link in the pinned remark or description, you may have it right now. Because the one thing these unconcerned women want is a guy who is even less concerned than they are, the one who she can't quite read and who doesn't bat an eye when she enters, bothers her more than any praise ever could. At a party, you're talking to someone who can be a friend or total stranger. Someone's cousin is across the room, holding a glass and not drinking it, her eyes darting around the crowd as if she's scouting for weakness. But then she sees you and your easy, relaxed laugh, and it hits her like a silk-wrapped knife. She blinks, tightens her fingers on the glass, readjusts her posture, puts on her mask, and, for a moment, the lights flicker before they return, and you see her. You see the real her, and that's the crack. She plays cool. So do you. She pretends she doesn't see you, and you don't even blink because you understand what 95% of guys don't. The more a woman acts like she doesn't care, the more she's afraid she is. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if she's really not into me? It's the one in her Iron Woman armor. This is where most guys go wrong. They react to the crack. They pounce. They ask if she's okay, and they lean in too quickly and too hard. Great question, but what's worse is that you don't give a damn. That's freedom, not conceit. You are here to live stoically and discreetly, and when you do so, you make an impression. You're not here to read every move like a desperate poet or dance for her approval. She didn't intend to consider the name she doesn't say, but at 3:17 a.m., Google's "the man she won't admit" shook her foundations, not because you chased or begged, but because you didn't flinch when she tried to freeze you out. My God, she hates that because no one has ever done that before, and everyone else believes her performance. They try to melt the ice with words, flowers, attention, and worship, but you let the ice be ice. You don't try to change her. You just see her, and in a world of thirsty clowns and love-stricken idiots, that kind of stillness, that kind of stoic composure is terrifying, thrilling, and Tarantino. Therefore, when she acts as though she doesn't care, you don't question it. You nod, you sip your drink, and you let the world turn as she secretly hopes and prays that you'll be the one man strong enough to see through it. And you already did. She has that faraway energy again, staring through you instead of at you, as if she's already 3 moves ahead playing chess while you're still preparing the board. Scene 2. The sign. The moment when her script falters and the "I don't care" mask slips long enough for you to see her pulse rise. Then you suddenly start a joke, but it's not a very good one, more rhythmic than punchline, and her eyes flare on your lips a little too long. She will immediately cover it up, clear her throat, and behave as if she wasn't just speculating about pulling you into the shadows, but it really occurred and you saw it. This is a temporary violation of her emotional poker face, which is signaled by a grin that arises and then vanishes. Stop right here. Let's investigate the sign as if it were the site of a crime. Her body responds before the brain can filter it, even if she doesn't want to allow you in or even know whether she likes you yet. After all, the body doesn't lie. Women have mastered the skill of emotional detachment and weaponized indifference when they practice behaving indifferently. The issue is that they are unable to regulate their pupils' dilatation, the pause in breath that occurs during a sentence. Unconsciously leaning in is the chuckle that slips out of her mouth when she meant to roll her eyes. The issue is that it's your Tarantino zoom shot. As the camera slowly pans in, her eyes widen, your brow lifts, and the jukebox fades to silence. Most males now make a mistake and rush in with, "Wait, did you just smile at me?" She's just momentarily exposed because she locks back into performance mode if you call her out. But if you don't get upset, you let her keep sliding. Without any shootouts or explosions, this is what Tarantino would refer to as a slow unravel. They identify the bug, draw attention to it, and then archive it. Now, let me give you a metaphor. In a psychological strip poker game, picture 2 people around each other. You ever seen a lion yawn at a gazelle? Not pounce, not growl, just yawn. That's what you're doing here. You're the lion. She's watching you. From across the emotional savannah, you clock the twitch in her tail. You see the shift in her step, but you don't chase. You wait, and she hates it, because you're not playing the game. You're playing her. Now, let's rewind to something primal. In the wild, the alpha doesn't respond to every stimulus. He doesn't bark when someone enters his territory. He observes. You must become that man, the one who catches the slip, the blush, the breath, and files it away like intel. And while you're at it, let me sprinkle in some stoicism for flavor. He who angers you controls you, but in this case, she who reveals herself unknowingly, gives herself her mask, may be stone, but the eyes always snitch. So the next time she flips her hair while telling you she's not really dating right now, watch her pupils. Did they dilate? Did she lean in a little closer? Did her voice soften ever so slightly? That's the sign she might not say, "I'm into you." However, the beauty of playing it is that her body already did. In the style of Tarantino, you just let the moment to unfold without responding or recoiling, and you end up becoming the guy she wasn't expecting. Instead of following the script, the person rewrites it in silence, and that serene, laid-back stillness is more powerful than any pickup line you could ever use on her, because she starts to inquire, did he notice it? Did I reveal myself? Why does he not respond? This person feels different. Why? At this point, you have her mentally rather than emotionally or sexually, and once you're in her head, it's game over. She played it cool and said things like, "You're not really my type," because the one man she was trying to act uninterested in just became the only one she couldn't stop thinking about. Or it may be, I didn't even notice you were gone. But because you're studying, not chasing, not desperate, not seeking approval, you're the one rewriting the whole damn story. If you've made it this far, you've already demonstrated something that most men never will. You're not afraid of the pause. You're not afraid of being misunderstood. You didn't fall for the theater you were watching like a director behind the lens, caught the stutter, the slip, the softening. In action, my buddy embodies Stoicism. He is Tarantino, with a hint of Marcus Aurelius, a guy who not only attracts women, but also attracts himself. We don't do nonsense around here. Instead, we do truth clothed in leather and lighted like a noir scene. So if this seemed more like a movie than a video, press the subscribe button like it owes you money. The next episode is going to blow your mind away, so turn on the bell icon. This is Stoicism. This is a movie. It's here where the silent guys go. Remember, it might be a fire she's too proud to acknowledge, is blazing, not frost. Let her pretend she doesn't give a damn. Climb.